And I think that if you look at all that has happened in Ghana today with her coming into the scene, I can see that the party or MPP should not write Nana Jane off. I'm telling you, because the rousing welcome she had from her hometown with her people, because the people have realized that once DS had come home, so they are going to give her the rousing support.
Thank you. Thank you, General Latif. Yo.
Lamin.
General Lamin. Yo. General Mazu, anyway, made about now also 1 minute and 3 minutes of opening statement. Now.
Well, I really don't have anything to say regarding the opening statement. I will only have to just wait when we start the topics that you sent to us, so that we discuss it together. But for now, I really don't have any introduction or any maiden topics to put across. The only thing I will say is that we are back to Adinkra FM to discuss matters relating to our country. And I keep on saying always here, a forum like this is an opportunity for us to articulate either the stand of our party or our individual viewpoint regarding matters that is coming in our part of the world. In a discourse like this, definitely there will be disagreement to agree at the end of the day, but it's normal of any political discourse that you will have a varied opinion, because if we form a unanimity in terms of our presentation or appreciation of whatever is table, definitely the discussion is not going to go or be very well interested. My brother Abdul Lamin, Mama Lamin mentioned the rousing welcome that that greeted
Professor Nana.
The coming of Professor Nana.
Professor Jane Ajuman.
I don't even know her name. Professor, the running mate of NDC. You articulated a credential which everybody wouldn't dispute in terms of academic record. Like I keep on saying here, she has an impeccable pedigree when it comes to certification. No doubt about that. No disputation. Everybody respect that. But our major concern, like I keep on reminding people, is that we aren't, or politics is not an avenue where we'll be scrutinizing what sort of certificate is Lamino having, what sort of certificate is Osoja are you bringing on board. What we have to interrogate is your political experience. And fortunately for us, she isn't a woman who is new. She has presided over a Ministry of Education for 4 solid years. And, you know, the MPP stand the chance to interrogate in that particular direction. And, Madam Lamin, for all you know, today, if you are elected or selected or nominated to partner somebody or to be a flag bearer of these major or minor political parties in Ghana, the people of your hometown will definitely lie on the street to welcome you. But the multi-million question that one needs to ask ourselves is that, is Nana the first person from the central region to be picked to partner somebody? The answer is big no. The NDC has been very consistent when it comes to their running mate.
The NDC is very consistent.
Very consistent, yes. They are very consistent in terms of picking somebody from the central region. Immediately after Ko-Aka in 1992, 1996, you remember the sort of exchanges that went on between Rawlings and Ko-Aka to the extent that he eliminated him. So he brought in Prof. Mills from central region. Prof. Mills of blessed memory, vice president for 4 years, ran as an opposition leader twice, never succeed. Then the third time, 2008, he won in a very controversial election. Fair. Then John Mahama,
Yeah, okay.
our own brother, came in.
Yeah, okay.
He picked another person from the central region, who was a former deputy minister for finance, in the person of Amita Atta, an illustrious son of the central region too.
So can you wrap it up?
Okay, was also selected. So after that, we are seeing Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. The only disparity in the historical antecedent I am chronicle is that she's a lady. And the election is not about gender. The election is about prudent.
But her message was good.
No, I mean, I don't want to get into the message. The election is not about gender.
See.
The election is about
Also,
prudent policies.
One thing I
and
forgot
programs.
is that she talked about
May I say?
meritocracy.
I'm say 3 minutes. Where we?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
That's okay.
Offer how?
Yes, sir.
Offer akwa.
This topic there, let me know on one at the table here. I can make one as someone on one at the table here. So
Yo, over how? Akwa. Yo, over how? For 3 minutes, for one more. Any the beer person won't can no.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be very strict about my timings. I'm not going to play with my timings today.
Okay. I think I also touch on the same thing. So, with regards to the vice president, which is Nana Opoku-Agyeman, I heard my brother saying it's not that like we made it that it should be automatic that our vice should come from central region. That is not the case. But we only look around and then we fish out and see. Once we see that the person has the expertise to partner, then we settle on that person. It shouldn't be like we have decided to make it that our vice president will be coming from central region all the time. That's one. And then also with the woman, as we all know, she has a lot in her. And going to the stance and saying, hey, Bia, we are not going to delve in gender. You know, women are... The two political parties have done their part in terms of giving women the chance to participate in politics. But if you look at the NDC, we have given them more. And we have seen that it is time for us to allow women in our country also to rise up to that high position. That is why we decided to settle on that woman. And the woman is a woman of substance, as I said earlier on, a week before or two. She has everything. And if I want to summarize everything, like General Lamy said, the woman, if you listen to her speech is everything that Ghana needs to develop. Ghana needs to move ahead. Ghana needs to bring everybody on board. Inclusiveness. That is why the woman touched on board. Today, what do we see? We see this kind of a little bit of discrimination against some people. Some people are not Ghanaians. Some people are from here. But the woman is trying to say that we should all come together, inclusiveness. And then let's look at things that we should do in order to make sure that the youth of our country will be gainfully employed. So that at the end of the day, Ghana will be a peaceful country as it used to be. And then also unemployment situation will be eradicated from our country. That is her message. So, she also going to be one of the first female vice that we are going to have in our country. So in order to Kramer say, I may say that the woman is a woman of substance. She has all that, the expertise, bringing on board to partner with John Mahama, who is a visionary leader. He has been tried and tested, and people can give testimony about him. So the two coming together, for us to have the John and Jane ticket, Ghana is going to be turned around on 7th December.
Come on 1 minute, Mamma, Bibi Kakrabin son Asamaso. As a mamma, many can ba copa, Mammy to where I am at the pan said, was say Ghana, a Merana so said, be a babyano, so would deserve some Hosamazu, and dear Bia, a bebwa Ghana. I will say you so mazu. We shouldn't think of say Mazu is MPP. No. Nyame ache no sa ache de no. We say meritocracy. Obi a we deserve say a we say we yade. Ono na we say we man a chance. some message, it can sell in Ghana. So it will help to bury party politics and card carrying members only having chances when their government come. So a bon crana so for MPP and what it mama.
Yo, me that say.
That is winner takes all.
That's right.
I mean, me say about Usubim and then come on Kasano ebe war MPP ni NDC camp. I didn't say Obeba mudie but no opponents no any too much. But me say me no can be just for 1 minute.
Yo.
Do you think say yes sir instant justice na aba ye my mono? Do you feel say okay na at the country make us say I think that enough is enough. There's this woman who was lynched, right? Of alleged, that she's a witch.
Yeah.
And according to anthropologists, witchcraft have been there so many years ago. And I think the young can say committee crime. It's everybody. Now, excuse my language, you go to churches and people pray and they are clapping hands of beating the witches and stuff, and they set up a witch camp. That says, so we will even say, you declare this of a witcher. That person is transferred to that camp. To do what? And do you think says instant justice? I'm 90 years old. Me know your American I say, everyone I say, that give us money. We take very good care of them. People take good care of them. Yeah. It's a profession of itself here. Out to me show you did 110 crampuna. So they will be so feeding to send who feeding baby. But I say Ghana and I'm say Sebi, some people are so, do I use the word destitute? Okay, they don't have anything. Because of that, who to certain age now, they see you as an outcast. But for 1 minute, Mesa won't be being sure maybe we totally condemn it.
Yes, some no. And because we say in the old days, senior penny for a boy share so nanum moteni a boy because only a chrono a woman ama mammy awo no wakotena wo na ho wo behwe ne so wo ho behwe wa ma wanyini wunyi a na wahwe no so say me ametiwi se wo bɔ medin a gye se wo bɔ me nana efie e de kama medin ne so inti Ghana fo de ne hayen se de emprepie no so amanfo a ye o mo sa ye kayaka de ne ye ma Eman kwa adenti na mmema omanyini omo no yankasa omo ye abeifuo eman kwa na ya abeifuo sa maame no sa wo maame ya abeifuo a anka wo be wo no wo betuma chem no watena wo so na wo kon ebu chiw wawu enso maame ni nye sa ade no wodi 90 years na wakofo obi achi akom abegina ho se wo ye beifuo de na wa ya wuni evidence dia na maame no ya wo se wo de akom na atọ so a monkobo no sa de no e wo se Ghana ye ntwam ena wo se instant eno ye instant unlawful justice
yes
obi
instant justice be no good because we have a legal system
minimum culture because there were cases bia obi yere maame ewuye omo de ne call hospital also ja maame ni wuye no
o ta munti na
maame ni wuye no mo fa maame no e de maame ni kofi wo de maame ni kofi na traffic chain no ena nkoda hu se maame no da kan no mu a wawu until they just shouted say papa no ekum maame no the mob attacked him and killed him and burnt his car also ja mob justice na ye kam inti sade ya omo ya sa mami me de me akame nko a obi a woto bo maame na maame no wuye no ye nche no ono so ye nku no bi
me da say enti for amutie our listeners around the world just drop your comment. Is it okay for someone to be beaten because it has been pronounced on her say or your witch ana because this was dated back in the 17th century before even the Europeans came. Our listeners, please drop your comment. Drop your comments. Follow us live on Facebook. Drop your comments. Say Ufi say na say na. We condemn it. Now we coming to our today's topic. That's the upcoming election. The chances of the NPP and the chances of the NDC. And only everybody won't come on and I'm going to be very, very strict about my timings. Over here, me do start topic way. The chances of the NDC. What Jane Eya was saying, our 5 minutes also between actually wondering what are the chances a DNT and office say NDC a bit may win the election way.
Thank you very much. With the my main fast after so now in chair the can make you. I'm chair me co
Yo, major also.
NDC USA phone na MPP, anyone MPP phone na so na tie phone na so me chair mo. The chairperson, ne secretary, ne Dr. Lawrence, ne Atumani, and I'm a Sanchia. The ticket of John and Jane, John Mahama and Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, the incoming president and vice president of the Republic of Ghana. As someone will be said, there will be said, pa. Now, the woman said, you standing the chance of winning the election based on certain factors. Factors in the Bini saying, when you say you MPP for when we were in opposition, no, omu campaigning, omu yusu niema bebre a campaigning against us. And Ghana for sure, so they took Abama and omu di win election no babem. Into omu babem no, Ghanaians were expecting them to do what exactly they told them to do. They told them they were coming to do, and then also as they almost say, yeah na ye mo ye humode, ye incompetent. Enti eba amambuo mu a ye nyade enti na amanfo ho chiro mu na amanfo ho chiro mu too much enti omo ba be ye life better for them. But also we are aware of all this.
What I can say?
Yeah, enti omo ba be ye life better for them. It's like all that they said, you know, it's like they were bringing heaven to them in Ghana because Mahama and the NDC no munya the enti no Mahama and NDC were delivering hell and they were the saviors and they were bringing heaven to Ghana, to them in Ghana. Omu wini baba mu wie ya. Afa de na niema nyina jinsem. Ebi ni sen. Let's start with some key elements. One, petrol na ye 14 Ghana cedis. Ye papa Akufo-Addo the former then the opposition leader a company mobilize all drivers in the country. No catch on say John Mahama ni team wording. Into the energy sector levies be at to petrol no so enti na ne bo no keep on rise o tumu sa no ene na ma omo ho kire omo enti se nyame ya omo nto aba no ma no ne nyame ya dum na oba betete so ama omo so ade say 14 Ghana no beti so enti drivers in the whole country ebo ayi etai na chi ade say no mo to man heavily omo ba ba mu wie ya 14 Ghana ne say anye bia so wanya hwe ama wa say awsan bo no kro no 14 no kro wa ma na njina ho. And then as I speak, 26 Ghana cedis. Abrea na that time no drivers no 14 Ghana no crown so omo de ye adwuma omo nya bidi enya bi koma omo ka ona sales enya bi kohwe omo yere ni omo ba. And then as I speak, and need 14 no crown no o di omani okipi no hokra so the drivers will hold him accountable. But as I speak today, 26 Ghana cedis. And then drivers work for two things. They work for the filling station and they work for the car owner because we adiesa no one for car owner sales and command obeji ni car ki me bwana the following day won ko adwuma enti omo be bo omo hu mbodia brea sam fifre na omanya sales akomano na odi kan na ko fele tank na enkae no okofie odi ebi kura park car no obabi no man anti agofie because on tibi nya ka pum for tax nko so what they say these are one of the. Secondly, share na because goods and services under Mahama time no mo se enye kura ti Ghana fo owu and soon as omo pa mu an ombe tutu niema mu and the prices of goods and services double, triple, quadruple ye. Say Gary Senke 2 cedis under Mahama and they are about 6 to 8 cedis. Milk I turn 2 cedi and then it's about 6 to 8 cedi. So what they say and the prices of goods and services are double and multiple. Microphone timi nya den entimi nko market kura nko diga. What they say importers are no mu yi niema Mahama time na say uyi niema be 100,000 omo ba ban within 1 year na double I call 100%. Uko yi no 200,000. So what they say and those people ni na normal started feeling it no. Meanwhile that wasn't the message to the people. The message was that they were suffering under John Mahama and he was coming to deliver them.
1 minute more, sir.
Oh,
can you wrap up?
Brady Yesu. Okay, oh dear.
Yo,
Martin. Yo, until if you look at all these things, and at the same time, so no, one of their key message of their campaign was to come and create jobs. Omubaye, aduma nyina gu. Yagu banks nyina nipa 54,000 alusu omadwuma through the banking clinic setup. Galamsey okaso oba be hyemu kina na Mahama ni NDC fo kan say ono oba obetwa Galamsey na nya no kore. Oba e watwa Galamsey mu ama ya seize o mama ene party big wigs ene tu Galamsey excavators o maji o Galamsey fo no na ye di ama party fo ya chama party fo no ene o mudi ye Galamsey e pesika gu o mubotom esa di aboa party no party here ska. So what they say it throughout the country no everybody is feeling uko marketer. Thank you very much. Uko marketer. The market women are crying because nobody is coming to buy. And yema rising proposal niska almost salary worker salary so yantum and at the worst of all no cry say you know say this kind of Ghana no those that work as government workers we have only 600,000 on the payroll. Yo. The rest me pacho me 30 seconds and I'm fancy me pacho.
Go by the rules.
I told you thank you. Uma mi landia enke ye diamik. Oh.
Ja mazu. Me pacho manenkwe.
Mr. Osoja, in the first place, why introduce a topic that you want us to debate on, but unfortunately with a very limited time. 5 minutes for an individual to articulate why the need for his party to retain power or why the opposition should come to power is a little bit very difficult. But be it as it may, I'll just straight go forward. Every election in every part of the world, any country that goes into elections, we have certain indicators or parameters that individual normally use in picking who they should vote for. One, you consider the economy. You consider how buoyant and robust of the economy of a country is. And in considering this economic situation, an individual will be able to assess the robustness of economy of any country in times of crisis. Fortunately for us, both the NDC and MPP had witnessed some crisis. One of the crises that the NDC witnessed was self-inflicted economic crisis under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, which was Dumso. Ghanaians went through an excruciating Dumso regime for almost getting to 3 years, to the extent that it collapsed businesses, people lost their lives, and it stagnated the economic growth of our country, to the extent that Ghana had to run to IMF with a very wicked policy. Still under the economy, any meaningful politician who wants to assess the performance of economy of any country will use two major variables. One of the variables are the microeconomic variables and the macroeconomic variables. Under the first one that I have mentioned, you take into consideration what we call inflation, interest rate, lending rate. These are some of the basic things that one needs to just consider when you are going to assess how buoyant a government is running the economy. Fortunately, our brother presided over Ghana. He left a total an economy which was in total coma. What was the interest rate that John Mahama bequested to the administration of the Akufo-Addo? We have inherited an inflation rate that is unimaginable in the history of our country. Come and see. The NDC left an astronomical inflation figure in 2016 at 15.4%. As against we speak now, NPP is able to reduce the economy or inflation to a single digit. As we speak now, it's 9.1%. When you come to exchange rate, NDC, under the NDC regime, we have had an individuals, all right, who were economically bankrupt in terms of managing the economy of Ghana. they left an interest rate of 61%. And when MPP came, we reversed it to 16%. That is how magnanimous and resilient knowledge of the members of the MPP economic team are talking about. Now, let's come back to lending rate. NDC left a lending rate at 32%. When MPP came into power, we were able to rejuvenate the economy, brought in prudent microeconomic variables that work perfect in our situation. We brought the lending rate to 27%. This is how buoyant the economy is.
32%
From 32% to 27%. Now let's go to another thing that needs to be tackled very well. What is it? What did I even write here?
You have 90 seconds more.
I have only 90 seconds. All right, no problem. Now, it means that I'm going to use only two factors. Let's take agriculture or industrialization.
Going back and forth,
No problem.
So
Okay, let me pick industrialization. The economy, the MPP came, or we fortunately catapulted ourselves into power. Two buoyant industrialization policies that we sold to Ghana. Today, as we speak we have had the opportunity of having the Japan company that are assembling car. I think you have seen it. There's no need for us to even struggle to go for auction where we struggle to a very small amount of money. You can afford a brand new car in Ghana. The Toyota and the VW company are in Ghana. They are manufacturing very, very well. Now, I listened to one of the prominent MPs of the NDC, Samuel Ablakwa Okujeto. When he was quizzed, he was questioned by Paul Adom Ochre about the number of factories that the MPP constructed. Ablakwa said, all what the noise we were making, we were able to build only 9 factories in Ghana. Then they questioned him. Then if it is 9 factories from the 4th Republican Constitution, no government has been able to construct up to the number of factories that the MPP is constructing. So I'm even going to reduce it to the number of factories that Ablakwa mentioned. But for us, we have even done more factory than that.
May I say?
Okay.
I'll still come back to you again. Let me quickly jump to General Lamine. Yeah, Lamine, you could see that when MPP in 2016, they had their manifesto and they campaigned on so many things. The NDC, by then, they were in power and they were also tackling different issues. And definitely that we don't have national agenda.
Yeah.
So anybody comes with a different manifesto and they try as best as they can to help the country. What is your take? What do you think? Do you think the NPP have strategized themselves that they can win power, or you think the NDC are really strategized themselves that they can win power based on the messages that we are hearing, like on social media, like presentation that they are giving? What is your take on that, please?
Yes, also I'm going direct to answer the question you asked in the beginning, because you asked the chances of all the parties. If I look at, let's go straight to
Don't forget your time is.
Yes, what the MPP promised Ghanaians. The party promised so much. If out of the 100, let's say if MPP promised Ghanaians about 100% of a promise that this is what we're going to do, Bosha mo share Ghana for no a dozen. Inti ankomu to me 50% of us. I don't meet my me I don't need Obi Bekacha me say Debbie. Or say Obama ensue Obama free SHS who make sure say Uber C factory who make sure say constituency be $1 million $1. Now at the end of the day, no, if you look at it, had the party been able to fulfill its promise up to 50% of it? If the party had been able to do up to 50% of the promises they did to Ghanaians,
yes,
I would say, sir, they could retain power. Now, let's look at it. We can't forget the power of incumbency. Because if you are the incumbent government, You are sitting on the media. You have access to, all the networks in the country. You can use that to advertise yourself. But if you go into local parlance of politics, people in the village, how do they see you? Because what my brother is saying here is for you and me who understand micro and macroeconomics variables. We will understand that. But Obia wo village, Matimbo village, one variables and that's it. Adia wa penny say, Yabaka so abane by and was obesi school, was see. Abane by was obesi factory or my village, was see. Abane by was see every year be an Obama constituency be $1 million. Why yet? Inti so woko ye local balancer. When no month here, maybe it is working. And about inflation. Mobile no say NDC and anya inflation. Yeah, tehanum no can yes and this car it was done. But say who send $1. It's about 6 Ghana.
Yeah, 1:6.
1:6. It is say no me meeting on me man for variables I need more. Me check exchange rate. Baumian kasa na ka say we wine na say this ka ho when we ya do the dollar will give you up. Inflation rate will give you up. Inti sa wo hwe message here. Ena wakona se wakana semia instead they say assembly fita no aka say fita no aka bibi different wo inti se one here one omuka say Ghana Beyond Aid na amaso because se sia no we hear MPP a omoye abanya omaji loan a chain a free JJ Rollins Empresso Ekosi Mahama.
I think it's 129 billion.
That's right. Yeah. Billion. So far,
the time was 9 billion.
And now also there is no achievement. Like but
don't you think that maybe the inflation rate also has got something to do about it?
Also that they be Sawakwaje 120 something. Ebro nipa miensa omadia bana so. Dia na wode ye to show. Who say kasa wonye ska wodi lotwa. Na be hu so what banks mu na wo yesi say nim say wo discan na ere na chile but wo waje more loans but more loans na waje no you have nothing to show that is more for Ghanaians to see.
I understand. So let me quickly interject. Say, don't you think like I was saying, we don't have a national agenda based on saying the national agenda and any political party that comes into power no they have so much projection. It maybe they are doing
American say more projection na say wanya ade e fata ama obi a wo village better was no vote ama wa na wo buy somebody is incompetent na wo buy you accuse him of corruption na wo buy and now let's count your corruption scandals.
Incompetent na be me say na be say tie for no on beti
almost say Mahama enyade.
Okay.
Well, adia why no kata hihye ne proye ne nkeka be wo kata hihye ne proye na wo be ye no e che Mahama de wo de ne yeso no e ti say o party logo
290 seconds into no.
Well, inti sa omohia maybe the minimum MPP bet me wini. They can into them cause there's a possibility because they are the incumbent.
Based on what factors? Good.
Sesiano 2 days ago Baumia Ache school bus all secondary schools in the northern region. It's politics. Last week, Nana, say 3 months water, then what the amount. Well, and now your friends say, oh, NCO free, electricity free. So politics way, yeah, you be pen. There was this election be a chairman for petrol free, but people more MPP now no one can say so be an shade na sitting them to abapa. But I didn't person Ghana for it and say these are some of the things on Makai media. So what me more than 50%. They should vote them back. But as someone will be Bosha will be Shema among for. So when to me and your fa na say wo ye kase say I was SSS free SHS. Ye kase ta was a free SHS. Ye kase ne was a free SHS. You can't dispute it. At least they've been able to institute the free.
Sorry to quickly interject. Do you think that Senator Walker, based on your presentation, is it because of election is getting nearer?
No.
I don't know, 3 months.
Yes, also that because Udi abane so no first year 1 year ade no, second year 1 year, third year 1 year.
We Mr. Emeka. That's how times no corona no na enyam.
Oh, na corona by sika one ti sika omaji. Offer your ambe present sika omaji. Sika no mo me no wote ha no ma hold of me no wote America no. You buy your COVID money. You buy your COVID money. You buy stimulus. Catch them Ghana for how many? 30 million. Omaji trillion cedis, multiply it by 30 million.
Oh, 30 seconds. Make out 30
Oh,
seconds.
multiply it by no Ghana 40 now. Wait, abani a dream. And also be a 100 Ghana for at least stimulus. Can you imagine? Say your friend, say finance minister, share Ghana for 30 million divided by 1 trillion. Obia benya more than 100 Ghana.
May I say, Professor Lamine. It's here for the phone number no 917-340-7744. So our comments are drop. You can always follow us on Facebook and also on YouTube. It's live. This is Edinkra Radio. You can't miss it. And you know, I have my boss here also, the one and the only CEO, the youngest CEO. Mensem Reno Mejai Ediama Wafaya na wa respond to the Ebusiafo Eka no. Obviously, Ebusiafo Eka no General Mazu MPP in our communications director. Why the presentation say based on various microeconomic what
time now Mami saying na me
5
because the
minutes,
other man person and 5 minutes, thank you. Mami starting with this because
I'm complaining baby.
Share the highest ever growth, right? The highest ever growth ya recorded 14.4%, which was recorded in terms of growth, no. 14.4%, which was recorded under the NDC regime, Professor Mills time. What do you say? Second, under the MPP time, no, Kufuor time 9.2%. What do you say? Growth. All the records are there. And under Kufuor, no, the highest growth awenya 8.1%. And no crampo no, it was based on the 3 oil fields na Mahama and the Buano Maninyasa. NDC tama ye free abai mu no na ye performance na ye 3.6%. What they say your growth no eno na ye lower yakọ. But as I speak no tie ni ye betima cross check na amafo so tie ye. Right now the finance minister no or say na ye or the buy na say the economy will be growing under what 0.9%. So
1 second.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Is this Adanka TV?
Yes.
Oh, soldier, yes. Yes. I would like to contribute.
Okay, so you have 90 seconds to do your contribution. Your name and where you're calling from, and you can.
My name is Malam Atta from Bronx.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. Response to what General Maazu said about the economy, paper economy. I think when Mama was in power, MPP continued to set paper economy. You know, we don't understand. We need it to reflect in our, in our day-to-day life.
Yeah, go ahead. We are listening. Yeah.
So I was in Ghana last week. Last year I went to buy tomato. I saw a old lady selling tomato. They tax her. He said, "Papa, when you says I know about the acquire when they are now because they are confused. How can you tax a lady who sell tomato and onion, please?" And also now we are now punished. You can't go home now. When you go, they just connect with some hotels. You are going to pay about 6 million a day. What is this? This is punishment. Now should look. People are suffering. There is no way like that. I know that went to win election by any means, by vigilante and all this. And now America is in vacation, so everybody will do what he wants. So please, they have to change because this is not normal way.
Yo,
okay,
Malam, thank you for your presentation. And Patrick.
And he said I mentioned, and as I speak right now, every time I NDC if you about debt saying 120 billion, right? As I speak today, 236 billion, right?
No, NDC if you have 122 billion.
120. Okay, 122 fine, no problem. As I speak today, a double 257 is 257 billion. So go and cross check. Look at the number what they have borrowed right now. What can they show to us? So what they say? What's the time no those team mechanical? What can they show with that money? As like General Lamy was saying, they have borrowed all these things. They say they won't borrow. What they say? What can they show to us? So look at Mahama's from 220 years from independence, from Nkrumah time up to.
Yeah, but let me just do correction here. And yes, MPP borrow in 257 billion. Total debt.
That is what I'm saying. So
you made a mistake, and I just want to correct it because we're on air. You say MPP Komabo, and I'm trying to break it down.
Okay, so I was talking about
because I listened to Kevin Taylor today, and this what
okay, no problem. I came to the debt side because I talk about growth as it started, and I came to the debt side. Debt to GDP, time now 120 fine. And on 257. What they say? Look at the difference. What have they used that money for? Have you seen? Meanwhile, they told us that they were not going to borrow. We work in bank.
Let me quickly interject again. You are not getting what I'm saying. Please. What I'm saying, don't say 250. Don't say 250. Don't say 257.
I should say what?
257 is the total debt for the country.
That is what I'm talking about now.
The word MPP is.
It's their fault that
okay. You let me. That one.
Listen to what I'm saying. Now I want to correct you.
That's right.
If you don't understand, I want to correct you now. This is my job. Me and Emeka Chan say MPP Omaboka 129 billion. So if you want to use MPP, use 129 billion. If you want to use the entire debt since
okay, that's right. 129 billion. Oh, fine.
Thank you.
But the debt is in here 290. Fine. That is what I.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying, people will understand. But I will see them come
just to make sure.
Let's go. Yeah.
People understand.
And then Bawumia told us that he worked in Bank of Ghana. The money is here. We are not going to borrow. Even it was in their campaign promise that they are not going to borrow. It takes only a lazy president like Mahama and the NDC to go and borrow. I work in Bank of Ghana. Yet it's what you are saying. And the Ghanaians were not expecting you to borrow. And you have borrowed so much. What can you show? And that them so no money sika be breche obia. When we were living, yanya 2 oil first account. Ni harvesting 100,000 barrel oil. Say so harvesting 200,000 barrel a day. That money have doubled. Taxes on Maji Bebrebe, Nina. So what they are saying? And they have so much and they have nothing to show. What did they mention? I say? And if you look at Dumso that he raised, Dumso wasn't Mahama who created Dumso. When he said the first time I ever make catcher, Dumso was started under President Kufuor. Kufuor didn't do anything. He took pastors to Akosombo to go and pray so that in Shonubeyema. Look at this under MPP rule. Yankombo pastors in Kombo Empire now in Shoni Yama near their solve Dumso. So what they are saying? Somebody came, Mahama came. Dumso, one who said Mahama Tam was solve Dumso, bitch, Mahama scam. Mahama have to hunt for all this thing and bring Asogli and bring car power media and bring a Mary and no never solve Dumso. Now he's talking about crisis like what do you call COVID and the COVID crisis. COVID crisis, Marco IMF accord 1 billion. Masako also accord 100 million. Corporate bodies are donating. Nyamia Yadu say Mahama Kurama mu 200 and something million from the stabilization fund. And if you are giving one Munuya Wacheni Sinkafa the Wachebi Eman Kofwa Muse one spending 54.3 million. Ghana population.
Good afternoon. I would like to
Hello.
Yeah, and good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I would like to make a contribution on the program.
Okay. Tell me, your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, and also, as usual, this is Abdul Latif calling.
Oh, okay, Latif.
Yeah, also,
And then, wait there. Maybe I shall call over 2 minutes. Nah, just say, what do you present to case am I?
Me that for this opportunity and make sure you TFU na issues now more discussing with them and my suggestion and my contribution will be focused on one of the trending issues, which is the only Omakuno and Oma Lynching or northern part of Ghana, Kafta Bahono, and I feel it's very inhuman, it's improper. and it's about time the leadership of Northern Region, where they say charity begins at home. We need to do our homework well in the Northern Region, and if possible, eradicate the idea of the rich camp, before we even call on the president or the central government. I think the leadership of the three Northern regions have a duty to be able to eradicate the idea of the rich camp. We all know, say, as Nipa you feel depressed, and that is why scientifically you see Oba go through menopause. So with age, Nipa no adrenaline system and the best Nipa fufro. So I think there is more scientific link to the idea that Nipa no by four because of certain actions, inactions, we are all portrayed.
Yeah.
That is the take on that. We need a scientific proving because of the Nipa and adrenaline to train. And Sana a bit jumping into the idea religiously, Nipa no or sophobia and Amalan or conformity then all of the sudden now attacking or not. Yeah,
that's
that is one of the Western American.
I'll call you back, okay?
No problem.
Okay. What if I want to make me 2 minutes by my own?
Okay.
Now time now somebody.
Oh, right. Wow. Enti wo hwe de na make na Oma nya upon getting all these things, Oma borrow baby, they have nothing to show. So what they say, doom so asem no oka no. Mahama solve doom so no. I could looking for a ugly car power Mary and all they solve. Mo crisis mo ko Jessica. Sika mo ko jinu 8 trillion, 8.2 or something trillion. Sika ye de go across Sport Stadium ma ho nyina be ye ma. Ye hu de mu this guy ye. Na ye chema family and friends no mu chedi. And who expect say Mahama time now Mahama is solve doom son. Uncle so no nchem crofo niema na. Mahama nobody gave him even a peso. He has to look for avenues, ways and means or the better problem. And a problem make actual say, sir, energy crisis no. I had to say Wako Hospital. The doctor will diagnose you based on two things. Either your sickness is chronic or an acute one. You diagnose you say acute sickness. It means say yare no ye be enche wo beto. But a chronic it will take a long time. Sometimes it will even take you to your grave. Until the energy crisis it was a chronic one. That is why it took Mahama some time for him to solve it. But he told us that he's going to fix it, and he fixed it too. Have you seen it? And on board and Atimi solve doom son.
And he added 800 megawatts.
Yes, Mahama added 44% of megawatt to the national grid. Ask me how many megawatts they have added to the national grid since they came to power. Zero.
It is money.
In fact, so about growth near they are performing worse now. The economy is now growing 0.9%, and this is what they are saying. Said they are doing well. Have you seen it? So if you look at their performance, everything is very shambolic. It is nothing good to write home about. So what they are saying, they have. And then, let me give you this. The last one, Pacho P. The exchange rate, Pacho. The exchange rate was 3.9 when they were coming to government. They said we were incompetent. As soon as we came to power, Bawumia said he locked the dollar and he gave the key to the IGP. And the key, as of now, Ghanaians are asking whether is Bawumia in the country. Where is the IGP and where is the key? The CD is on the street of Adabraka dancing like a butterfly. Have you seen it? So look at today it is 1 to 6 Ghana, right? 1 to 6 Ghana cities. So how can you say these people are doing well?
I'll say come back to you. But once the time is time no copy, time no so anaso. Janamazu, can be betray.
Also, first of all, there were a lot of inaccuracies that went on, and as a matter of fact, we need to just put them in perspective. One of them is coming from my own brother Lame. He alluded to the fact that the intervention that the government is putting because of this pandemic is because of election. Mr. Lame, let's not be too economical with the truth. I'm not saying that you should vote for MPP.
Yeah, but I think he can express his opinion.
I'm not saying he shouldn't express his point.
Okay.
He has his own point.
Okay.
But the fact, we're talking about the fact which is on the issue.
Okay.
Ghana has never given any individual called Ghanaians a free water and electricity. In the 14th address of the president, he has even extended it. what do we have to say? It's because of political expediency. It's because of pandemic expediencies. We are here. Last stimulus package that we had, we got money. Who in US is getting that amount of money? Every week, people file through unemployment. They are getting money. It's because of the pandemic. So the free electricity that we are experiencing today, free water, is because of this pandemic. When the pandemic is off, government will not spend 1 billion Ghana cedis. Between the time that the government started giving out free electricity and water to date, Ghana government has spent 1 billion Ghana cedis through that. Which government will waste his resources over this issue? Number two, I wouldn't go much into that. Malam Atta, who called in, spoke about something that needs to be understood very well. Malam Atta, I wish you understand me and then listen to me very well. In economics, we have two major types of tax that people are paying. We have direct tax and indirect tax.
Yeah.
The direct taxes are coming from the formal sector. The indirect taxes are coming from the informal sector. Farmers, market women. I don't understand why Malam Atta should think that somebody who is selling tomatoes should not pay tax. Where do you get this voodoo type of economist? We don't do things like that. People who are on the street of New York, you remember those who are selling fruits, they are paying tax.
Yeah, but I just going to interject so that you can continue. I think it's not about the taxes. Maybe he did it. Maybe due to his his presentation. One thing that I know, or one thing that I just read about last week is, though they are paying taxes, but those food vendors normally they have a tag that you still have to pay for. But now people are even selling something like tomatoes. They are also asked to.
In Ghana, you mean?
In Ghana, yeah,
go ahead.
So now they are also asked to buy the same tag. But
No, those tags that you see people wearing are licenses that are given
Exactly.
as a vendor.
As a vendor, that's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
As a driver, you can't drive with that license. You pay for that license.
I understand you, but
Yes.
I'm talking about food.
What?
No, in Ghana they pay taxes, right? They pay taxes, but at the same time, those people selling food, there's some like a certification that gives you the authority to be able to sell. But they were complaining that they are selling tomatoes, and tomatoes is not like buying, it's not like cooked food. So why do they have to pay those money? But you can continue with your presentation.
What I'm trying to tell you is that you brought in two issues. One, people who are given licenses to sell.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have to pay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And once you are into the business of buying and selling, you are selling out, you pay taxes.
Yeah.
Everybody know this.
Yeah.
These are source of government revenue.
Exactly.
You cannot tell me an old woman is on the street of Kasua selling tomatoes. She shouldn't pay tax because she's an old woman. Where do we get this sort of economy? But having established this, let me quickly come back to what I'm saying here.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, Malam Atta, who called in, accepted the fact that the MPP will win. Lamin made a projection that the MPP is going to win. Fine and good. I have no problem with that. You see, Mr. Osoja, no, it's a, or you are.
I said they can.
You are a great marketing
No,
officer.
that's what I said. That's a projection. Is that not projection? Mr. Levin, you projected the party is going to win. So I thank you that. And the Malam Atta, who is a staunch supporter of NDC, has equally projected that my party is going to win. But be it as it may, like I told you earlier on, there are so many indicators and variables that an individual will be able to assess and know that either his party is winning or losing. Let me tell you this thing. This is not coming from MPP. A stalwart of the NDC called Mr. Komna Ahoy.
You have 90 seconds.
90 solid seconds.
It's supposed to be 1 minute, but I'm giving you more. Look.
Okay, then it's all right.
No, go ahead.
I'll stop.
No, I'll still come back to you.
No, I'll stop. If it is.
You have 1 minute 30 seconds. That is 90 seconds.
Okay.
So it's enough to do a presentation, sir.
A stalwart of the NDC, Professor Komna Ahoy, after the NDC lost the 2016 election, he was questioned by Center for Democratic Culture. why has the party lost the election? Listen to what Kwamina Ahoy said. He said they lost the election, or he admitted that the party lost the 2016 election because of their poor management of the economy. Kwamina Ahoy, a former local government minister, admitted that they lost because of poor management of the economy. And then 2008, when MPP was leaving office, look at what J.A. Kufuor left under for them. Ghana was able, or MPP was able to bequest an economy which was within the status of middle income economy. But Mahama bequested an economy which was in coma.
Former President Mahama.
Yes,
please.
former President Mahama, JM.
Yeah.
He left an economy which was under coma. Now, also, this is
under coma. Can we resuscitate it?
Yeah, we have resuscitated the economy. The MPP, through prudent economic management and policy, we were able to revive interest rate, revive inflation, revive rental rate. Under the NDC, Ghanaians have never experienced what we call Graduate Unemployed Association of Ghana. For the first time in the history of our country, we have association of graduate teachers or graduate individual who came and founded or formed a coalition. You know what we did?
Yeah, you can wrap it up.
Immediately, no problem. Immediately after we took over, under the economic wizard, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, we revived the economy to the extent that there was under Mahama there was a freeze of public sector job. When we took over, we were able to revive it, got out of IMF, and was able to lift the public sector freeze. We employed 350,000 Ghanaians. Today, as we speak, NAPCO is employing more than 100,000 people.
Thank you. I'll come back to you.
No problem.
Jena Lamin, before I come to you, there's a call.
Hello.
Hi.
Point of correction. I did not say that MPP is going to win in normal way, because we have, vigilante with the arms. We have lot of, different way. It's not that, I said that they are going to win, normally, normal way, because America is in vacation. No any power to watch what is going around in the world now. And that's why I said they're going to win. It's not they're not going to win fairly.
Thank you. Yo, Jan Lamin, like the hula baloo, the back and forth. To be honest with you, politics is sometimes very trickish. Actually, when NDC was in power, you know what happened when they were about to do the transition. Trust me, everybody wanted NPP to win. There's no doubt about that. And now NPP is in power now, and things are not smooth as it is. By you being, a concerned citizen, what is your take on this?
All the polls that I have checked, it was only one poll that was conducted and NPP had won. This is on record.
So when you say that NPP was going to win, just to
vitalize
and energize,
I said they can.
Professor Mazu.
No, yes, because that's what I said they can. You see, I said you should never disregard the power of incumbency, because the person is the sitting president or the sitting government. So anything that they would do, they can manipulate to win the election. Look at in the midst of COVID, and we are still registering. You get what I'm saying? Look at in the midst of COVID. Look at what is going on in polling registration centers. When it comes to security, I will give MPP 0. Trust me. Why am I saying that? Vigilantes are in the country and the government cannot come out to say that, look, we should ban them. 2, a whole minister can go and brandish a gun and shoot and give warning shot, and she herself goes on TV to confess the fact that she went there and then caused mayhem. And nobody has said one thing, with the exception of Mazu, who said what she did was wrong.
He's a good politician.
No, yes, I mean, he accepted that fact. But his president has not been able to come to that terms. And that is, if registration is happening and this is happening, what is going to happen on 7th December? And you know, say I register krano. she said this party is asking Ghana for Ghana for. And now me know kase banda. The issue that came was soldier for akwajina baby a registration. Why? Are we in a military rule? No. So when it comes to security there, so the Kotoa one here MPP will lose based on security issues that is going on in Ghana. Oh soldier, it is only in this government in a month for omoye soldier for aqua court. Ye dear some no makofa mako pick obi e court pa in front of a judge and took the person away. What be that? Our history of Ghana, what be that? In the history of Ghana, yenya vigilantes in the castle training. Nobody said Kobo. Whoa, inti say me no me who say na now ban crowd. What is a role is a ban? Where soldier? Because who kasati ana crowd dey acho. Bernard Mona, you say blood DNA. Ya ncheno. Ye chinu ko biena. Osofo oka say na say. Ye chinu ko biena. Inti what kind of security is this? Who say rule of law? Kabima min kabi. So obia kabia was yan kwachino. Inti based on this fact, and asama mekaya Mazuka say, who say Ghana beyond aid? Ghana beyond aid, mimi who? Inti na mekasa so shabo say na meya, yeah. Inti say men kwadia, bosha na okasa Ghana beyond aid no. When ni so dia Ghana for me twema adwene ba. She nana si Ghana beko beyond aid. Ghana nko beyond aid inti ba mon to ma no. You can use that as a reason. Say security of Ghana, it doesn't go. Shall Uko zongo for what? Say zongo for Ghana for. Nkramo for mo Ghana, yes, or Ghana for. Because training at Niamba pooling agents, MPP forces, so who so obi ekura cremophobia challenge no. That is what is happening. So do you expect to say obi abe challenge no? Ewo polling station na ye beto aba no about watwama. No, one to mouth. Because okra no won fa ne nya hwe obi a wo free K to South wo si wo Togoni wo dey say wo register wo beto ama won to ma because wo no si wo Togoni e be dey no wato ama inti when these are some of the factors these are not variables these are social stigmas issues
just quickly to interject to send you walking about sa obi a Ghana and obi nya Ghana you know I think say there still have to be a review at the Supreme Court because what kind of 1992 Constitution, Article 6(3) or say, subject to the provisions of this Constitution, a person born in or outside Ghana after the coming into force of this Constitution shall become a citizen of Ghana at the date of his birth.
That's right.
If either of his parents or grandparents is or was a citizen of Ghana. Over 3 now, or say a child of not more than 7 years of age found in Ghana, whose parents are not known, shall be presumed to be citizens of Ghana. It's a Bruni crowd, but war Bruni. Do you have to change? Do you have to challenge his? How legitimate and also the last one I'll say a child of not more than 16 years of age, neither of whose parents is a citizen of Ghana, who is adopted by a citizen. There's someone from Togo and Obi from Ghana adopted a citizen. How do the Supreme Court interpret who is a citizen of Ghana?
Constitution say Supreme Court a lawyer for kukudam what the amount say omo and also mu chire fine but aye brofo enye no what can say here me can say bibi to say but yes so ye can be aye brofo inti say mo ko tena ho unanimously omo ye judge for kukudam na mo age atum say birth certificate obi aya wo no wo krom hanom krai na wanya Ghana ni ha na wo nyansa ben na wo what are you telling other countries? Inti based on that no me mo Ghana na sa wo me kwato aba me ko register wo se me nya Ghana ni a e bia kra na me MPP but what challenge me wo dey say because me card am say ato am o soja me to ma because aba person kire say this same party no what share history omo na mo de saa de iba.
But you know what I mean, just to interject for the last time no, say Supreme Court no enya MPP.
Oh, now also that
some can make
also that me no won at ha me no won at hanum ena assemble me catch out say me nya memo say omafre easy a catch easy say ye ni ajade fo na kasa say asem no mokwa mo ye de mo bedi bem ampa me no ba hanum omudi fo
Kevin Taylor there.
omudi bem
the same thing.
Wow, inti eno na last me catch out say Hausa forces suguni ni kama de kashi. So kwato so obi akoto okwan wo na se wunu ya be hia no kato se kwan na ne okwan so a onu ya kokra wo se wakoto okwan no wona no kone ye wo inti se no akwa se asembia MPP beka no eno na Supreme Court asembia EC eka no eno na Supreme Court ni the sitting government inti se memetin chen kura na se there's the highest possibility say Nana doesn't know even what is going on, but the happenings that is happening when you connect the dots, it looks as if Omoye Kanana and Omoye.
Yes, it.
Yo, me dan say General Amin, me dan say bebre. If I'm messing about so bad, yen try your home for 30 seconds yemra. Yo, ebusia for ahaye Edinkra TV so na your way who follow us live on Facebook and on YouTube ya ho. Ebusia omo so ya same my tumi djumede edebre mo no same wave. So na make a same wave no. Who need this over nanti akko a Western Union MoneyGram there be in a trim a colonial time. We are in modern world 21st century. Just on your phone download the app, and once you download the app you can quickly and sharply shoot the money instantly. They will receive the money on their phone. Umpe we na opede same way yadamasi ewo mo amode eboa nyina no Gold Coast Supermarket more Park Avenue 166 and 167. Bronze assembly say so car broche there no one in New York and no one Bronze na make no. And also no between your address name 3400 Park Avenue, New York, Bronze, New York, zip code near 10456. Ube your phone number 917 756 3477. Another number is 718 292 5302. Time is on the from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Or move from 149 to this new big location is well decorated. So I'll go idea sound which me at the hall. Men same rain, I'll quickly and sharply switch back to General Wafayao. Now Wafayao. Also, another 3 minutes. Now Umfan you it's only a crank.
Okay, he talked about say NDC time. Because the time name my main can't I'll say NDC time near call IMF. IMF now you're
okay, for 5 minutes.
IMF now you're calling. Where we went to IMF for a credit facility in order to strengthen up certain things. When they were in opposition, also they campaign. They use it. It was one of the tools they used to campaign against us. And they told Ghanaians that once they come to power, they will take us from IMF. As soon as they win power, they are taking us from IMF. As I speak today. They came power in 2017, right? They extended it 2 years. We were supposed to come out from IMF in 2017. 2017 SCA come out from IMF. Omuba extending for 2 years again. Adia enye. Ade na muba emo ntemu prekupe no masako extending no. Sanso na muka kire electorate ni say IMF no muba ye amube year free IMF. It was one of the things they used to campaign against us, and people voted for them. Because IMF now say yemfanipa at the public sector of jobs. Meanwhile, what he say is not true. At that time, we were still employing people. What they are saying. But even that time, also adia enye. Maka mwasema adi masabe extending in 2 years. 17 years here back out to 2019 year back out. Something that is not good. Have you seen it? I know that make say, tie, remember? Or see graduate unemployment. They went MPP and the then opposition leader and the vice. They went around mobilizing people. Say for me a graduate or munye juma yeni nasi for and omo dey share NDC for. As I speak, graduates ben on mama juma. Also mama nipa 350 juma. Ade san go for me juma wale and say chebi 350,000. One sectors and whatsoever. You see, he's talking about NAPCO. Let me ask him. Let's ask how different is NAPCO from Youth Employment Agency? You just rebranded the thing.
What rebranding at the end say NAPCO? Youth Employment Agency under NDC never they were employing people in the various capacities. And now one thing a woman say, when you were coming, you say you were coming to create jobs. Mebwana. Uba yesu wa bebu eduma nyina wa gu banks nyina woni nipa dodo aluso eduma. 54,000 people have lost their jobs. Are you saying he said they should oma luso oma juma no? Omo ko join in NAPCO ana. So what they are saying? Uba you say galamsey wungunu. Do you know the number of people that were doing galamsey to feed themselves? The mining sectors. Wa guni nyina mo mu ti fie komo di omo. E na wa ji galamsey no ama wo party for party nyasika. And I'm going to excavators 500 Machama party for them. And I'm going to 2 gallons in Nukumu bottom. And yes, you can't see gold and Moji from one in so you didn't account for even a single gold. Then you answer Musu. So what I say, and you know, also, if you look at all this now, how do you run a country like that? Are you saying say Ghanaians are fool to go and queue and vote for these people? Sebio, Mami, you see that? Are you getting me? So in the whole thing, no. There is nothing going on. Everything is going. The country is going backwards.
Retrogressing.
Deceleration. Thank you very much. Here, banking sector alone. You know, 54,000 have lost their job. So, obi owa, okay, ne yire nemba or mamienu or yire. What's actually Abusia? Some of no, they were depending on those people that work there, and no one know everyone bomb. So what they say? Yeah. I come here. Auntie, omunyina very good. Omunyina no aduane ayeden abom osoja. Enti osoja wo hwe sa nema ya. Wo so se create jobs o. One district one factory o ka masem yi. Bisa me. Factories no wen. Hwe pure water. Ever pure. Factory yesi ikrame of fire on and woman. Ye de yakobon say one district one factory.
No, but Ever Pure belongs to an individual.
Yes, one district one factory. Let me I'm coming.
No, I know the man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is one district one factory according to them. Let me give you a typical example. You know Zonda. You heard about Zonda, right? Zonda is a Chinese company. They manufacture trucks and so on. They have a branch in Tema. They have a branch in Sawam. Mimako Ghana. Ako in Sawam branch, you know. Meaning what they do.
Oh, 40 seconds.
Yes. MP before the Yakobo on Sawam brand, they say Akufo-Addo na be omu manufacture car also. I can tell you with authority. Mimi Makunta ato track was Uncle for no $80,000 with the two Agama track and mono. Omu the Yakobo on Akufo-Addo na see one district, one factory. So you know. So what they say, in effect, you know, all that they are saying, they are like several of them who are in the internet so. Factory somebody needs to wanna factory be anybody yeah. And so a factory on media to paper so now. So what they are saying, how can you tell me say all these things in Omuka? Just say they are just deceiving themselves. And the Ghana for way you know. You think Ghanaians are the Ghanaians are descending?
Yo,
what they are saying?
I'll come back to you again. I'll come back to you. Janamazo, about over 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much. Osoja, this issue of whether NDC or MPP who is going to win election, and you can hear Malata has once again called in and said that we are not good. He said that because the country or America is in holiday or America. So listen, it surprises me when you see. Just make sure that we are not forcing anybody to agree with the philosophy of MPP. We are not forcing anybody. Individual has the right to choose a political party that a person wishes to belongs to. That is acceptable. But then, under the leadership of former President John Mahama, we have had microfinance institutions of Ghana that has collapsed. Up to 82 microfinance. 82 they have listed everything here. Immediately after the outdoor they are running mate, and former president made scandalous comment. He was fast checked by Bamuya and other media network. They've been able to chronicle 82 solid microeconomics that went collapsed under the presidency of John Dramani Mahama. Number 2. How will a Ghanaian who wants the Ghana that everybody, or who wants a Ghana that should be an enviable country within the global competitive economy, will vote for NDC? How on earth? This is a political party. When they had the chance to invest. Listen to the items they have invested. How will a political party that aims at, uplifting the poverty level of people invest in guinea fowl? That it doesn't make sense. How will a meaningful political party give out an amount of 52 million Ghana cedis to an individual called Wyoming? How will a political party invested in SADA, which turned out to be a sham? How will a political party invest in a company called Sofoton? How will a company? No, you see, we can go on and on and on and on. But also, just listen to me here. I have just made, as they are talking, I have just made some statistical analysis here. Anybody who wants to understand the dynamics of Ghana politics, who is going to win and who is not going to win, should just take his time and then disabuse his mind from, or he should not cloud his judgment by political biases. You see, in the history of our country, from 1992 to date, no political party has served one term. There hasn't been a political party that served one time. 1992, Rawlings was elected. 96, he was re-elected. He won. 2000, he exited. Kufuor was elected in 2000 and won by almost 52.4%. He was re-elected in 2004. Then up to 2008, NDC won the election in a very controversial circumstances. MPP had 59.8%, while NDC had MPP had 49.8% in the year 2008, whilst NDC had 50.2%. Am I stoppable?
No.
Huh?
You have 5
Yeah, you give me 1 second. Just
Okay.
look at it.
All right, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Soldier.
Hi, this is Edinburgh Radio.
Hey, I'm Curry. Yes, I'm calling in from South Carolina. My friend is General Latif.
Okay.
Yeah, I was calling in reference to the discussions you guys are talking about. In reference to the national security, Howard Clemson's issue.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to come up with an opinion about it. To put it in context, to put our Clemson issue in context, we have to ask certain questions. That indeed, was her gun registered? And number two, at what point did she intend to fire the shot in the air? At what point? Was she under attack? Was she under aggressive attack? And did she purchase the gun legally? Was it legal or not? And why didn't she decide to shoot the person who was attacking her, but she decided to shoot in the air? We have to put it in context. Now, if you go online, if you go to the Ghana police website now, or say any individual who is 18 years and above, mentally sound and physically fit, and of a good character, can apply for a firearm. However, you are applying it to protect yourself. It says in the Ghana, website, must say you either use it to protect yourself or for gaming, therefore hunting. That's what it says. Now, if she believes that she was under attack, and we all saw the video, was it true that she was under attack? And indeed, if she decided to point the gun at somebody crying out, she would have pulled the trigger at somebody. She never did that. She pulled it in the air. Now, we have to be very careful when it comes to media publication, because this can also cause a national security issues, because should in case she resigns, so let's say all things being equal, we are calling public outcry, say she has to resign. If she resigns, it's going to set a precedent, and it's going to send a message to the attackers that it is indeed okay to attack a government official, and the result is going to be resignation. That is the first protest. And the second protest is also the behavior of the people should also send a message to the government, the hierarchy, and all government officials. Say there's the possibility that there will be a social and political agitation
coming up because people are getting fed up and people want their needs to be tended. So these 2 pointers should really be something the government has to consider. But if we put in context, how I come saying, we cannot just say she's wrong. She's only going to be wrong if the gun was obtained illegally. And number 2, if she decided to flag the gun at anybody or to shoot at anybody, but she has the right to protect herself if the gun was acquired legally. And that's my opinion.
Thank you so much. That's a very great presentation. And definitely next week I'm going to call you. I have your phone number, and next week I'll call you.
I have a
Okay, thank you.
on what he said. From what he's saying, it looks as if he's defending what our Yakubu had done. But our Kumsun, sorry. But you see also that the woman is a minister. And then based on the information she had, and she went to the registration center, that she heard that the NDC MP who is contesting against her had bussed people to the registration center to register them. As a minister of state, as an MP, you knowing the law, as a legislature, part of the legislature of Ghana, what do you have to do? You call the security.
Yes.
She didn't do that. She took the law into her own hands. And even she bent motors. She bent motors. She bent supported. I don't know whoever it is. Bent motors. Hold on, my brother. We saw her video fighting, exchanging words in front of cops, and she was going to fight with an MP.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. When she got on scene,
so you have 1 minute to respond, please.
Yes, sir. Also, okay, thank you. When she got on scene, did she directly attack somebody? Based on what you're saying, it's just like me staying in my house and somebody came to me and tell me, hey, I'm going straight to fight and defend myself. Okay? She did not do that. She only did that after she had been under attack.
No.
Let us put it in context. Let us put it in context.
Madam for Miniam Pacha, Medasa Pasa Wakas and Basama Mekan say, my mini minister, and your friend will fear, and your catcher is say, the police station Bako, NDC for alcohol man or more register. What we a minister, who to me, Winnie Quino, what are you supposed to do? I was so friend. Apostle for say, hey, see me police station, I'm doing some members for one. Yes, NDC for say. No apostle for alcohol, but we want for apostle for alcohol. Who go for macho men? And you cry down, Quran say, and no, the 2 no. Macho men are what do a muko honum, or mono mutu 2 honum. But ye no, I don't say, oh, we a minister. I dear we and say no registration,
leadership by example.
Leadership by example. We are Inti sa what you say China obi a wada kwan ho kora betima ya dia sin yen ka.
That is correct. But also we have to also understand too. Let us be realistic. She's a minister, she's also a human being first before a title. We are all human beings. It's called flight and fight. It automatically set in. If I have to defend myself, listen, Howard Coulson did not go there with the intent to shoot people or shoot in the air. When she went there, she was in her car. We saw a mob, an active mob trying to attack her. That is when Howard Coulson began to defend herself.
Let me
come in 1 minute.
Definitely, I'll call you off air.
Mommy, 1 minute on
and we'll talk. I'll call you off.
Let's clear the air.
Thank you.
That's a good presentation. I mean,
give me 1 minute.
Yeah. So definitely I'll call you off air. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's it. And you know, Janamazu, you can continue with your presentation.
It's true.
All right.
I think what he was trying to do, he was also trying to contribute into the program about what happened, how it comes in, and like each and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Yeah, that's how he sees it, and he's talking from the the security point of view. So I think
it's
let me handle it, okay?
Maybe
let me handle it.
Okay. Also, there also maybe
last week I seen the since
I'm just asking because I thought
you're continue our time on
because on the Kasaka where you may need some way in Ananka, we and come in a babameso.
And I'm saying,
Wafaya, I am not.
But just talk to me. He's just talking to you, so please talk to me. Just talk about him and But someone now workers are. And I'm still continue.
All right.
And
because me, I know say he finished his submission. Let's put the thing. I'm not. I guess me say we.
Mr. Ati want so.
There are people when we are on can me so because all the cars are when you make in ceremony.
It's not finished.
No, because I call him by Mr.
We're pausing.
Okay. That's what I want to know.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Also, like I was telling you, the caller has truncated all my presentation, but that notwithstanding, in 2019, fortunately for us, the records are there. Anybody who is, independently minded can just go and check out. Ghana's economy was expanded to the extent that we were able to become one of the fastest growing economy in Africa. Undisputable. Now, I want to tell you something. Anytime MPP loses election, also the TMA natural figures, go and then find out. Let's take Rawlings out of the equation from 1992 to 2000.
You have 2 more minutes.
Okay.
I'm adding it.
Not a problem. From 1992 up to the time Rawlings existed power as a constitutionally elected president. Anytime the NDC loses election, what is their percentage? In 2000 general election, they lost by 44.80%. That was 2000. In 2004, what is the percentage that the NDC lost? 44.6%. Then in 2008, they won the election by 50.2. Was MPP, whenever MPP lose election, that was 2008. NDC won by 50.2%. NDC lost, MPP lost by 59.8%.
49.8.
49.8% MPP lose by.
You say 59, so I just corrected.
49.
So you have to pay me for that.
No, it's a slip of tongue. Good. In 2012, listen to this. In 2000,
let's do this correction. You said 2008, NDC won by 50.2.
50.2, yes.
And NDC lost.
MPP lost
by
49.8%.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
That is why I told you in my earlier submission. I told you in 2008 we lost by a percentage that has never occurred in the history of democracy. Akufo-Addo accepted it. Fine. In 2000, MPP again lost the election by 47.7%. 2012. MPP lost by 47.7%. NDC won by 50.7%. Look at their margin of yes. Now in 2016, listen to the trajectory the MDC is losing. They lost again by 44.5 again. So what I'm trying to tell you is that in 2004, they lost by 44%. 2000 election by 44%. 2008, they won, but our percentage MPP increased to 49.8%. And in 2012, they won again by 50.7%. And we also increased our percentage to 47.7%. But in 2016, when they lost, they went back to their historical figure.
44.5.
Anytime NDC is losing election, they are losing by 44%.
Is it a case?
No, it's not a case. I told you here that these two major political parties, they have what they call core-based support members.
Yeah, kindly wrap it up for me. Your time is up.
The MPP, anytime we lose election, our core-based support members is between 47 to 49%. So averagely, anytime NDC is losing election, percentage of 44. What it means is that, so to tell me if NDPP win election in the next election, there's some buga takashi there, you've not been fair to history. I am telling you, you can dispute it by this figure. Tell me, Mazu Muftau, what you said. Anybody who is calling, Mazu Muftau, what you are saying is inaccurate.
Yo.
But let me tell. Okay.
Me da say.
Exhausted your time.
Say we Lamine Eko. Say wo Mazu na General Amin. Where your time no
I know soldier.
Yeah, where the over 4 minutes on.
Yes, also.
So there what must say.
Also there wo meti ase me da yenu ase say. Frey actually na I really love his argument. Yes, man. Yeah. But also always mo say your back program hanu ma me catch am say politics is a game of number. Politics is a game of number. You can do your projection, you can do the analysis you did scientifically, it is true. But I've followed polls from since MPP was on power. I've seen polls and I've seen only one poll that shows MPP could win. Why? We should ask ourselves. If things are going well today, Nana wouldn't come on Wuntimi TV and says that why is Muhammad contesting him? This is historic. This is the first time. Yes, that's what he said. This is historic. This is the first time a past president is contesting against an incumbent president. He's been a vice. I see desperation in the eyes of MPP government. To me, from the analysis that I'm making, because Ghanaians are opening, local Ghanaians who understand politics under the tree are suffering. Those who are having hair salons and plaiting hairs are suffering. These are the people who are going to vote massively. But elite, like me and you, who will read the economics and understand the variables, it's a different ball game. And I keep on saying, politics is a game of number. Mama picked somebody who's a professor as his VP. And she's a woman. That feminism could come in as a factor. Women will see that, look, one of their own is now up to the vice president. And if anything happens tomorrow, she could be the president. This could attract numbers. Also, I'm not disputing his projection. But these are the two giant political parties in Ghana who always flip. This goes here, this way. And we were here in this country when Nana said it in a clear terms that if somebody is the president or the sitting government and he doesn't perform, don't give him second term. Nana said it. I'm quoting him verbatim. Nana said, if you have a first term and you couldn't perform, we shouldn't give you the second term. You see also that. So by Nana's barometer, why should people shouldn't use the same barometer and ask if Nana has performed? If he has performed, they look at the performance and then vote him. I always keep on saying that, look, I love the slogan of NPP. She was sitting netwa bapa. She was sitting netwa bapa. When a koma Ghana for Monyani asama Nana Kaya is Nana say so we nasa abai obia wati abai so when Timi enye Juma was a fata men tom mano for the second term. One Kaya inti asama wakaya no and na Ghana for ebe yusu this time. Edia he se MPP bet me ewinia. The edika and na Ghana for be Nana aye free SHS good. Mama na basu hey the akano security why are there Ghana beyond A why are there registration COVID mu why are there ni na no eye bosha wa bosha mama for say wo beye $1 million $1 million one constituency why 1 district 1 factory why 1 village 1 dam why Ghana for mpacho me pesa mo sesa madwene enye NDC MPP nkwa NDC bana say wanye the same thing muntu o mun free ho because one yes Ghana will never change. Yaya unsa meme de me MPP. Yaya unsa meme de me NDC. Inti NDC bakura na sa wofom, MPP bakura na sa wofom a na meta wo machi. Madam, mini a wo heme, krom hanu ma yeti America. Where am I na ma yedao, but they look at issues. So ka sa obeya, eno ne baba obewi.
But wrap up mommy.
So ka sa obeya. Omubisa at the end of the day they check the box to see say and some of the cars are obeying why so wanya ye two of say abanya will take Kromhan Muswa we Donald Trump ejuma why among for who say wanya the post extra say we be lusu now we suppose na ba say MPP nya dia we be lusu a we dey tena honema projection and na house for ka say dan duru wa wanya wakase danduru wa wanyija wasese danduru wa
yo me da say
no be hu the one who win
intimacy call fire so Facebook there are so many comments but making few one General Abdul Latif or say in 2008 election MPP gave free fuel to taxi drivers as part of winning favors, but they still lost. Yankasa Apostle Kwame Sapon also or line so or share. There are so many comments, but let me say Reno endorse it. I'll quickly jump on to Wafaya not Wafaya. What 3 minutes? I call yet it is on a crack.
3 minutes.
Oh yeah, 5 minutes. We Lamin 4 minutes. More 5 minutes. Lamin 4 minutes. No matter the time you are. Okay. Okay, yeah, I say you. So we make answer. Yeah, I say.
Oh, anytime I do no problem. Starting on or make here, you say Yagu 82 microfinance and no correct. I confirm as all can in I say ya da or moka. I confirm to go Burkina near the it was a propaganda they put out there to campaign and then people they lure people into it to vote for them. What times I confirm how to ako Burkina no. But this I can confirm no be to aba. Or see then Sada that time now yeah manage Sada near the and no my no now me time no the other now me rap up say 3 minutes also. Soja. You didn't give me time at all. Oh, Soja. Now then the market says here 1 minute. And then 1 minute to come and Kasa. Oh, Soja. Yeah. And to share Sanyama when you know, Abobo Yane, tricycle in a sada no head or mobile so mutisiano, a Hona Nina Koira. Corruption, he was talking about corruption about where you make it. Oh, Soja. Under this government. Unprecedented corruption, 150 mighty corruptions, and I see what by with Mamma Kakra. Now they have a baptismal, Yamomo baptismal, and mean to me, Bubo 115 in also. As time goes on, Mebo Bobisu, but Mammy Bubo Kakra at T4. Her corruption baptismal name for MPP government. Akufo-Addo Nidindi, Mr. PDS, Nana PDS, Alhaji Baumia, GPS, Baumia, Yewo Osafumafu, Crow. Asem na okana ya pamuno no crow wasafumafo o kenoforiata di kembon di dino no kembon na ye wo mi MP McManu ye MPS GPA Gapua Sami awuku ye free zones omudino no corruption
MPP
corruption yes corruption na ina mebobo chiro no masa yipa chairman Blay GPNC PC procurement ena esula usu ye then KMG KGV Pius Hajide. These are key members of the party. Corruption niema onusu ye then Australia visa scandal, Alfred Obi boss scandal oye onum nkwan Adwoa Safo onum oye tisem nkwan no Adwoa Safo NHIS cash Hawa Kumsi meaningless dams Hawa Kumsi ya otwiti otono ni dino no meaningless dams no odi esika atu asekwa yewo Bennett Abuaji Metro Mass Transport corruption babao neguo afri yakoto fake army worm chemicals so untie ni nyina mebobo so amande gift cleanam close and allowance Charles Bisu Galamsey cash Ajeni Mboatin contract for sale yewo Kwame Owusu 11 air conditioners Alancheremante ye then cash for seat ena Samba ye then 400 tricycles. I can keep on name time no those wintinu mabubo into these are their baptismal Akufo-Addo ye PDS ko Ghana obi enim dia mabubo achewe ye were 125 of them. Entinu me sami happen if you look at this government Soja look at what Kakreya mama we 500 excavators aira 400 abobo yaira 300 tricycles aira ejuma nyina ya gunu Galamsey 40 fi omu ye ejuma ya gu banks nyina manfo nya ejuma CD and the dollar is 5 to 6 1 to 6 right one kasa we need to we left them 3.9 share astronomical increment of goods and services and now come market down to be done. Hey, importers isu, market women isu, obi esu, abosi okan men isu, Ghana for obi esu, ba obi ankasa isu, ne yire ko malata na on tibi to trade. That time no oyusu malata and the way niema. Nti ba uswe sa niema ye koso yi nyina with the depreciation of the cedi now.
If you compare, if you juxtapose this government to that of the NDC, that is why Ghanaians are saying, say, they need the NDC and Mahama back. Obi also incompetent. Incompetent just what do you say? But if you look at Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, yes, you know, they will not even use competence. But that's why Ghanaians are saying they are the useless ever in our history under the Fourth Republic. And see that. You call market echo interview market people. They say government awaba on one whom body me wrap up me batcho me wrap up. Government awaba on one whom body from Fourth Republic Roaring time up to this time no. Obi ayebo ni di Akufo-Addo. Say now by way there because Ghanaian can now, if you juxtapose this to that of Mahama, I was saying Mahama is incompetent. No? Are you telling me say Akufo-Addo is delivering on competency with the Nyema Yabubo as a It is not. Share yetimi bubu cathedral, ye bubu infrastructure ye ni bi EDC cathedral. Ye per hospital beds. I'm a pregnant women and that's so. Ye imported drones. So that's it. If you look at all this thing now,
your final words.
Also,
I'm done with you, Fire.
This government here, yeah, two of them. And our statistics now making ye losing by 2.4. They say they are going to lose by 35%. 35%.
Jamazo, please, closing remarks, please.
Very good. Thank you so much. As we close this chapter of discussion for this week.
Okay.
Well, democracy is not a license to the usage of vulgar and intemperate vocabularies. It is a game that has to be done through prudent policy alternative that is superior. Come with a number, the MPP has been vindicated by our superior policy alternative, which is why after the NDC loss in 2016, any political party that loses election will go into what they call retrospection to know why you lose such a crucial election. You know, it was Kosi Botwe who headed that particular committee.
The Kosi Botwe committee. Yeah.
What did he say? He said the NPP won the election because of their superior policy alternative, and that because they were technically bankrupt in terms of intellectual prowess to match the competence level of the MPP, which is why they lost the election. But there are so many factors that comes into that. Then, Mr. Osoja, you know what is going to happen in 2020, December? There are some prominent questions that people of Ghana will ask. As whether the MPP that they gave an emphatic victory of 50, we need some in 2016, 53.7%. 53.7% in 2016. The fundamental questions that the MPP or the people of Ghana will question the MPP is that whether they are good, promise keepers. We said this. Were they able to deliver? We told the people of Ghana free secondary school education is doable. The NDC fought its tooth and nail to the extent that when that particular concept was introduced into the legislative house, they boycotted sitting. But fortunately, we are a political party who do not think about the next election. We think about the next generation. We implemented the free secondary school concept. We told the people of Ghana we are going to industrialize Ghana. How many factories were we able to construct? As I speak to you now, we are able to construct 58 cottage and proper industry to the people of Ghana. Let me just make a clarification here. You see, sometimes because people don't read the manifesto of political party, they tend to give it a very awkward meaning. What the MPP said regarding industrialization with respect to one district, one factory, was that there are some existing industry that collapsed. We are going to rejuvenate them, and we did that. The people of Ghana will ask, in the history of our country, there hasn't been a government, not even the noble Kwame Nkrumah, was able to distribute each constituency or each district with an ambulance. We did that. These are the fundamental questions that the good people of Ghana are going to ask. Another question is that we had a president, former president, who, let me be a little bit charitable to him, but then let me just change my ways. In terms of international credibility, among the regime, which president has drawn international credibility to a country called Ghana? Also, France president, when he came, he went to Togo, he went to Benin, all these francophone countries. When he went there and met their presidents, he blasted them. But when he came to
Can you wrap up for me?
the president of Ghana, he was just keeping quiet. He kept quiet. The eloquency of Nana in the French language mesmerizing. Now, former president of
dribbled him.
mesmerize. I didn't say dribble him. I use my word carefully. Now, the former president of UK said it's a blessing that Ghanaians have a president called, or Ghanaians have a president called Akufo-Addo. Also, all in all, what I'm trying to tell you is that fortunately, in the history of our country, every government that comes in save a minimum of 2 terms. We have exhausted our first term, and we are looking forward for the mandate of people of Ghana to renew to the party.
Thank you, General Lamin.
Also,
Many 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Why? It can be 2 minutes now.
Yes, also there some me kana just tiatia and say Ghana for the edikan ye hia asomdwe ye de beto about 7th December. It is incumbent on all Ghanaians, both the NDC and MPP. They should know that Ghana is the only country we have. So we have to tame our dogs. Everybody has it. Both parties have people who are ready to be violent, because all of them have decided that they are not going to sit down for the other party to run them down. So this is what I'm telling them. If you don't tame your dogs, Ghana will go into flame, which we don't want to. So please, when you see something coming up, quench it before it turns into a big time fire that we can't quench it. And then also, I want Ghanaians to change their mindset. We should let people be voted based on what they said they can do for the country and for the good of Ghanaians. And then also, Ghana needs a third force. I wish all the political parties, like the PPP, the APC, the whatever, I wish they can conglomerate and form a formidable third party, because people are tired of the giants who keep on using false equivalency on each other. Anytime NDC does something, MPP will go and do the same thing. When you query them, you criticize them, then they bring NDC's same thing that they did to justify their mistake. So please, Ghanaians, we have to change. If we change, they will change. So MPP said they will do this, they will do that. If they have been able to do it, give them another mandate. But if they have not been able to satisfy the requirement of the correctness and the promises they made, boot them out. Because if you don't boot them out, Ghana will be in the same dundrum of political shambality.
20 seconds more.
So please, if they do, take them out. Bring another one. Make sure that you check all the promises. If they do, give them another 4 years. At the end of the day, the sitting president said, look, if the person doesn't perform, don't give him second term. So me the way be jamo Ghana form paso mun sesa margin asumdue ne yepayen yete hanom BBC Ghana affect yen emotionally inti mon koto aba no so ne yekan no de bia me kata me I love the slogan of an NPP shawasitinum neto abapa
Meda say shawasitinum nato abapa. Here comes the conclusion of our today's program. Our listeners around the world, judged by their submission and their presentation. Judged by their submission and their presentation, Shawasitremu Natuaba, enough of the sugar-coated words.
That's right.
And I also use this opportunity in my closing remarks. Today I listened to interview by Zion Felix. He's talking about Ghanaians that migrate or move to Saudi Arabia. The more treatment that they receive there.
It's too bad.
Listen, Ghana is sweet. Just get something and do that, because when you go, the inhuman treatment, the more treatment, treating you like a slave, working from 5 a.m. to like 2 a.m. It's not right. So please, if any agent comes to you that there's a connection for you to travel to any of the Gulf countries, think about it. Have a second thought.
That's right.
That's what I will leave with you. Then our youth will give you this piece of advice. Listen, don't follow political parties and go and fight among yourself. Ghana is a peaceful country. Ghana is a beacon of democracy. It's just expressing your constitutional right. Just go there and vote and just leave. What is the need for you to go and fight at a polling station, at a registration center, end up going to jail? Do you think your parents spend so much money on you in your upbringing? So think about it. Don't just go and fight. Okay? But once again, enough of the sugar-coated words. It's here for and I just want to say shout out to one, great shout out to the president of the microphone, the dynamic, the acoustic, the impeccable OG. General, I always salute you, and I will always salute you. Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of our show for today. See you same time next week. Thank you. We love you. Bye.
I feel like you.
Yamoko baby.
I mean, not or rubber bathroom now. Also the buy. Also the coffee. That he went to the bathroom. It's on the phone. Oh, be about him. Also there was maybe getting to the.
Oh, okay. That was a.
What do you
He said, Yamoko baby. Yo, any of it, I told me.
Means on the Sarah, only you are the sea. Me no see no other girl, and them one way I rush in on me. Ba 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 bam bang bang. Also brought chef on Sabero many.
Into the eye.
Also brought chef on Sabero many. Also brought chef on Sabero many. You and she me mama. Say me who and she me mama. Say me who and she bra bra. Say me who and she Pedim, Umporobo, Pedim, Simborobo, Pedim, Borokotum. Oh, I wanna make you know, say you be special or that you know be wholesale. My love for you, would it make me wanna take you to the promised land like Moses.